Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing Leetcode problem 1154, day of the year in JavaScript. This is considered an easy problem. This is given a string date representing a Gregorian calendar date formatted as year, month, day, return the day, number of the year. Alright, so here we have January 9th, so it's the 9th day of the year, right? Here we have February 10th, so it's the 41st day of the year. So that's how this is working. Very simple to understand. Let's grab these here. Move on over to Leetcode. I'm sorry, over to CodePen. Let's create our variable. Let's create a function called func. So first thing we need to do is we need to split this up. So we need to get a number for the year, month, and day. The only reason why we're going to need the year too, by the way, is to check if it's a leap year, because if it is, we're going to have to add a day, and we'll get to that. So first thing is we're just going to create an array called date, and we're going to split, or not, sorry, we're going to create an array called array. We're going to split date, the string, on the dash. And then if we return array, let's look at the console. I might not see anything because I didn't spell console correct. There we go. Cool. All right, and then we're just going to create variables for each of these. So we can say year is, we want it to be a number. So that number keyword just converts a string into a number. And then month, and then we're going to use let for day, because we're going to be adding to that if it's a leap year. So that's why I want to use day. Alright, so now if we return, oops, jeez, I can't type today. There you go. Alright, so all we need to do, there's a lot of ways to do this, but this is probably the simplest. I'm going to paste this in because this is a lot of opportunities for me to make a typo. So I created this array, days and months. So basically this represents the number of days in January, right? This represents the numbers of days in January plus the number of days in February. This represents the number of days in January, February, and March, number of days in January, February, March, and April, so on and so forth, right? So you're just compiling on this number, right? So then we add the number of days to in May to April, and so on and so forth, right? So hopefully that makes sense. So then at the end of the day, we can just return day plus days in months at month minus 2. You get 41, right? So this is the month of February, right? Since these are 0 indexed, the index this is going to take us actually to March, this third number, because we got 0, 1, 2. And we, whatever month it is, we don't want this number. We want to stop right before it, right? So you just want this January here, right? So that's why we did that. But there's one gotcha here. Like I said, we need to check for a leap year. And so basically a leap year is, you can calculate a leap year by checking, okay, first of all, if it's divisible by 400, then it's a leap year. Also, if it's divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100, it's a leap year. So if it's a leap year and the month is greater than 2, so if it's March and on, we're going to add 1 today, okay? So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to say if year, if that's divisible by 400, so if year divided by 400 gives us a remainder of 0, or put this in parentheses, year divided by 4 gives us a remainder of 0, and year divided by 100 does not equal 0. So if one of those is true and month is greater than 2, we increment day. So you just add 1 today, right? So, for example, oops, if this were 2020, and this were that. Well, first of all, let's do it this way. So let's keep this at 2019. All right, so we see our answer is 60, right? That's because, or sorry, 69, because we're in March. You take this number, you add 10, you got 69. Now let's make this a leap year. And you got 70. Okay? There's one more thing we need to account for. Let's say we got that, right? Not a number. Why is that? Because this situation here, because it's 1, if you minus 2, you're going to get negative 1, and that doesn't exist. So that's causing us problems. So if that's the case, we can simply use a ternary operator and just say if month equals 1, you just have to return day. If not, return what we already had. Cool. You can see that we have 10. So perfect. Let's grab all this, move on over to Leetcode, paste it on in, format our code. We're going to go ahead and submit it. There you go. And it's fast. Love that. Hopefully you found this video enjoyable and helpful. If you did, please give it a like. It helps my channel to grow. If you'd like to see more like these, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again real soon.